Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA, online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Thursday, July 18th, 2024. It is 12:05 p.m. actually. Technically, it's the afternoon, so I guess I can open up the first Tecate of the day. Let me take a sip of this fine Tecate in the can. This is a bonus episode. I promised the sheriff that I would do a track-by-track of the new Black Country Communion album, V. And I made the mistake of listening to the first song. I'm up here in the mountain house, and I was heading to the dump. We don't have garbage service out here. You got to go to the dump to get rid of your garbage. Or you sneak and put it at the rest area. But I had too much garbage to sneak into the rest area. So I drove into town, and I thought I would just put it on. Man, oh man, is it not good? And I didn't want to bore. It's not that it's not good. It's just boring. And I didn't want to bore you. So the grace of somebody upstairs dropped down and looked at my email box, and there was the brand new Deep Purple album, which is coming out tomorrow on Friday. And I got an advance MP3s of it. That is called Equals One. Is that what it's called? Equals One? Deep Purple Equals One. I don't know what the cover looks like. What is sent to me, the MP3s, it looks like it's just white and it just says Equals One, Deep Purple. So I think I have not heard this whole album either. I've only heard like one song and they sound half decent. I feel better about doing a track by track of the new Deep Purple album than I do Black Country Communion. So my apologies to the sheriff for if I pissed you off. I was going to do the Black Country Communion just truly out of a love for the sheriff and as an act of kindness to him. But man, I'm sorry, sheriff. I still love you, friend. I'm hoping that you're a Deep Purple fan. So I'm doing the Deep Purple record now out of an act of love for you, Sheriff Richard Fusey. I like Deep Purple, but I suggest, by the way, there is a video out on YouTube of Cal Jam 1, Richie Blackmore, when he left Deep Purple, he had Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. I think it was Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. Could have been Deep Purple. I don't know. I think Glenn Hughes was on bass. There's a YouTube video of him doing, just Google Destruction Solo, Richie Blackmore. It is one of the greatest things I've ever seen on YouTube as far as guitar solos. The guy just destroys everything. He destroys Marshalls. He destroys video cameras. He destroys about 5 Stratocasters. It's really fun to watch. It's clearly where he's actually even playing it with his feet. It's where Nigel Tufnell got the bit on Spinal Tap from, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm not a huge Deep Purple fan, but I like them fine, and I am an Ian Gillan fan, and I am a Roger Glover fan as well. I don't know who the new guy is. The album is just white. Just white with Deep Purple. I'm assuming it's produced by Bob Ezrin again. I'm on the Wikipedia here. Equals One is the 23rd studio album by English rock band Deep Purple, released on July 19, 2024 by Ear Music. It's their first album with guitarist Simon McBride, who replaced Steve Moore in 2022. Simon McBride is a Northern Irish singer who has played with other artists, including Deep Purple and Snake Charmer, as well as recording and touring with his own band and teaching at BIMM in Dublin. So this is the first album with him. It's also the band's 5th album produced by Bob Ezrin. All right, that's good. So the personnel on this album, I need to find something to write on. Just give me a second here, friends. All right, the paper. All right, the Sebastian Bach. I'll do it on the back of the Sebastian Bach. Personnel, Ian Pace on drums, longtime Deep Purple drummer. Roger Glover on bass. The great Ian Gillan on vocals. The longtime keyboard player Don Airey. When Exodus toured with Black Sabbath, I believe Don Airey was playing keyboards for them at the time. I could be wrong on that. And Simon McBride on guitar. There are 13 songs on this album. As I said before, this is a bonus episode, so the Patreon people will not be charged for this. I'm going to try to do bonus episodes every week if a new album comes out. I think I'm going to do that'll be track by track days. We'll see how that goes. And unless I don't have content for the next show, then maybe I'll do a track by track. Please keep me. Please keep the emails and Facebook posts on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group that I did not create, et cetera, with show content ideas, because it can be difficult, friends. But anyway, I'm up here in the mountain house, up here by myself, me and the dogs. I'm heading to Santa Rosa tomorrow. My brother-in-law is having a big, huge summer party. And I'm going to that. His wife just got diagnosed with terminal bone cancer. Should I say? I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not, but say a prayer for Sarah Moore, friends, that she gets well. Going up there, they're having a party. They're having the party anyway, even though she's sick. And yeah, that sucks. It really fucking sucks. I hate to bring the show down. All right. What am I? Oh, I'm up here in the mountains with the dogs, heading to Santa Rosa tomorrow. Our neighbor is coming to watch the dogs for 2 days. I'm heading back up on Sunday, and then heading back down to San Francisco on that following Saturday, and flying down to LA on that Monday. We're rehearsing Manitoba tunes, and then flying out to the UK on Tuesday morning, I believe, or Tuesday afternoon. Looking forward to the little tiny Manitoba run. I'm looking forward to meeting Mark Bridges and having him be the van driver and merch guy as well. All right, back to the Deep Purple album. There are 13 songs on this album. Let me write down, I got my notes here. Deep Purple. Purple equals 1. I don't know what the title means. It doesn't say it on this Wikipedia. Does it say it on deeppurple.com? Let's see here. News. Let's find the news here. Deep Purple Lazy Side came out, available for streaming. Pictures of You, Portable Door. So there are three songs from the album have been put out so far. That's all it says about the. Oh, let's see. Read more about the album. Here we go. One of the greatest and most influential rock bands of all time releases a new album, Equals One, on July 19th versus Ear Music. The first single will be unveiled, blah, 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 blah. The band are credited as one of the key originators of heavy rock. Okay, we all know that. Its full meaning, the enigmatic title, Equals One, symbolizes the idea that in a world growing ever more complex, everything eventually amplifies down. I can't read. Let me start that over. Slow down, Butler. Take a sip of this fine Tecate in the retro can. Oh, that's good. Oh. The enigmatic, let's see. Deep Purple is more than just their members, and Equals One embodies the essence and attitude of their 1970s incarnation, possibly more than any other album in recent memory. They're going back to their roots, right? With the legendary Bob Ezrin once again producing, the record evokes the pioneering band's classic sound without relying on nostalgia. The enigmatic title, Equals One, symbolizes the idea that in a world growing ever more complex, everything eventually simplifies down to a single, unified essence. Everything equals one. Its full meaning will be revealed in the coming weeks, with the artwork also displaying it, pardon me, I'm burping this Tecate. Also playing its part. Fans have already been speculating after mysterious quotations and depictions of multiverses appeared in London, Paris, and Berlin in recent days. I never heard about any of that stuff. With 3 consecutive #1 albums in their back pocket and a resurgent new energy powering them forward, this is Deep Purple at their pinnacle. All right, there you go. Weren't they having a farewell tour about 5 or 10 years ago? I think so. What does it say here? Portable door out now from April. Does it have any more clues? Any more clues? Okay. No. Oh, then no. Fuck it. Let's just get to the songs. All right. First song, "Show Me." Say who wrote it and all? No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's just get to it. First song, "Show Me." Classic Deep Purple sound. Remember that quote. Listening to this for the first time. All right, it's a build, an album opener builder. I like it.
Don't be shy. Show me what you got there, what you got behind your back, and why you're doing that. You really think you know me? Are you let free? Well, it's taking off the shine. Have you lost your freaking mind? Come on and show me. Take it easy before you fall into a cat mess.
I'm liking it so far. I like Ian Gillan.
Negotiate. I can raise my hat. Baby, what you think of that? You're on a hiding all for nothing. We're not going anywhere until you give a little something. If you want me, really want me, and you're putting on the pressure, got your fingers on the treasure, you can hit me. The feather is particularly nothing weather. If you take me, then you shake me. Take me down to the cleaners. There'll be nothing left between us that can stop you.
I like that one. Take me down to the cleaners. There'll be nothing left between us. I like that. That's a good line.
That'll be appealing because I left the ears squealing. Depends on what you're thinking. How far you want to go. Will you swim or high sinking? It's another way of saying.
All right, I'm giving this one a half.
Have to keep this to
It's all right. Let it go a little farther. Let's hear the new guitar player. What's his name? Simon McBride. Oh, he's a shredder. That's keyboards right there. Okay, that's Ian Payne or Don Airy. Little solo duel between Don Airy and Simon McBride. All right. All right, that solo duel almost lifted it up, but I'm going to keep it at a strong half to keep my rock credibility. All right, kill it. Okay. Not the Butlers, American Heartbreak played a gig a long time ago in San Bernardino at that outdoor arena out there. We played they had a side stage set up. I don't know how we got this gig, but the bill was Scorpions, Deep Purple, and Dio. And between bands, of American Heartbreak played. That was a great show, man. It was a captive audience because we were like right by the beer stand. So when everybody left the venue, between bands, we played. Let's see, it was the first Dio played, then we came on. Between bands. So during the set change, I don't know why I keep saying the Butlers. American Heartbreak played. And so everybody, when they came out, they would hear us playing, and when they're getting their beer. So we had a really good crowd. It was a really fun time. We played 2 sets. So between bands, between Dio and Deep Purple we played, and then between Deep Purple and Scorpions we played. And Deep Purple, Ian Gillan was wearing a white, like just a white loose-fitting outfit, and he was barefoot, and they were really good. So was Dio. Jimmy Bain was on bass. All right, next song, A Bit on the Side.
Just arrived in the city, Charlene. Now you're working the underground scene.
Let's try to analyze these lyrics. We just arrived in the city, Charlene. Now you're working the underground scene. All right.
You've been getting bolder, now you're leaning on the shoulder. I can guess how you want things to be.
I can guess how you're wanting this. I think he's going to get laid. He's gonna. She's cheating on her husband.
Climbing up this old tree. Well, that won't do it for you or me. No, I don't want no left or right. I want up and down and a little bit of loving on the side. Well, it's none of my business, Charlene.
It's none of my business, Charlene, what you're cheating on your husband.
Though I couldn't help but notice, my darling.
Couldn't help but notice, my darling.
Makeup don't quite cover up the early evening shadow on your head.
Makeup doesn't cover up that early evening. Her husband's beating her. Her husband's hitting her.
Think you're my Charlene. I have to say it's all right by me.
It's all right by me.
I don't care which way you lean.
I don't care which way you lean. Maybe she's a lesbian. So she's a lesbian coming from the lesbian gay underground scene, but she wants to have a little bit of man on the side.
I don't want no left or right. I want front and back and a little bit of loving on the side.
There you go. Get you some, Ian. How old is Ian Gillan? He's got to be close to 80 now, right? This goes to show you, men never change. Ian Gillan, 78 years old. This song's kind of not going anywhere, but I do like the subject matter, if I'm correct in it.
It made me pause to consider, Charlene.
Oh, Charlene's back.
You may not be much different to me. You got to earn a living with the tools that you were given, don't we all?
You got to earn a living with the... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe she's a prostitute and he's getting a little bit on the side. Ah.
You see what I mean? Everybody follows the dream. Got to beat the street shot. We got to eat, so it seems. I don't want no left or right. I want in and out and a little bit of love on the side.
You tell me what the lyrics mean, friends. All right, good solo. care. He just wants to get laid. I don't care left or right. I just want some in and out. All right, good for you, Ian Gillen. I'll give it a +1. A very soft +1. All right, next song, Sharp Shooter. Now, have any of these three been released so far? I don't think so. Nope. Portable Door, Pictures of You, and Lazy Sod. The only ones that we've all heard so far. All right, here's Sharp Shooter. I believe they were going to call it quits, but then they got up with Bob Ezrin, and they had so much fun with Bob Ezrin, that's why they decided to stay together.
You're just another sharpshooter. Your finger on the trigger. You're aiming at this big head of mine, and from there you can miss. The only trouble is I have to put you in line. Take a shot in the dog, oh yeah.
All right, this song sucks so far.
To walk in the park. You're my baby face assassin with your weapons of seduction. Yeah, get me sooner or not. Hey, there's a lot gone before you. I can certainly assure you. Your hand too shaky for the job. Oh yeah, take a shot in the dark. It's just a walk in the park. My hands behind my back. I'm face to face. You won't get a second chance.
All right, so far this song is a 0. We'll get it past the solo, and then we're going to bail on it. All right, keyboard solo, Don Airy. All right, Chris McPherson, whatever your name is. Simon McBride. All right, he's a good guitar player. All right, I'm giving it a 0. I'll keep it with my 0. That song sucks. Next song, Portable Door, which was the first single. Yes, first single. Okay. It came out on April 30th, 2024. I remember thinking this was okay. Yeah, this is classic sounding Deep Purple.
When it came to me one day in Jerksville, man, I was right on the edge. And that jacket's too small for a man of your size, and those socks are too big for your head. My eyes glaze, whatever you say. I'm listening, do tell me more. It goes under the bridge, right over my head, and out to my portable door. In a dire situation between reason and someone in law. The winner takes all and runs off with the ball, and nothing could pleasure me more. Times when I've spoken my piece, for a minute or two held the floor, but I can't get a word in, so here I am hurtling right up through my portable door.
All right, we've heard this one. I'll give this one a +1. Next song, Old Fangled Thing. I like that riff. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da.
It was a hot, steamy night.
All right, it was a hot, steaming night. I like his lyrics. They have a sense of humor about them.
I was drinking on my own.
I was drinking by myself on my own.
Just me and my guitar.
Oh, him and his guitar. Okay.
The bar was empty, except for the regular few. Then along came you.
Ah, he was by himself, drinking, playing guitar in an empty bar. In walks this hot chick. Where is this story gonna take us?
Well, that sounds familiar. It's early days, unfinished tune. You know how it is, going nowhere up till now. I was dicking around, trying something new.
I'm dicking around in the bar. I'm doing a gig and I'm dicking around. Trying something new.
Then
Along came you.
You trapped me like a lover, breathing down my neck.
You trapped me like a lover, breathing down my neck.
Tingle touches, I shiver in the heat. You're so serene, I'm a living wreck.
I'm a living wreck now. You wore me out, baby.
It's so sweet, sweet and spicy.
I like that. Let's back that up a little bit. I like that little vocal turn here.
The message so sweet, sweet and spicy.
Oh yeah, here we go.
It's feeling good, man.
Feeling good, man.
That golden ring, that'll do nicely. It's something I can sing. I can get it down with this old bag of thing.
Come on, Simon. Show this chick how it's done.
Why does your razor heavy? Handle so long, it's for the lead in my pencil, man. I got to keep it sharp, knock it into shape. I can't go wrong, but even then, when I'm done, here comes another part.
I don't know what he's been saying, what he's saying, but he's having fun.
You track me like a lover, breathing down my neck. Yeah, tingle touches, a shiver in the heat. You're so serene. Now I'm a living wreck. The melody is hot, and the message so sweet.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. All right, that's a strange song, but somehow I kind of like it, so I'm going to give it a +1. It's a weird song, but something about it I like. All right, next song, If I Were You, a ballad. Has Deep Purple done ballads?
hit me where it hurts.
I like Bob Ezrin's production. He's got Ian, at least on this song, vocals dry and up front. I like that.
Left me face down in the dirt.
Bitch left him face down in the dirt.
With a cheap shot.
Hit me with a cheap shot.
Took me down, never gave it a thought. I never saw it coming, especially from you. Right out of the blue. If I were you.
Uh-oh, I think he's getting some revenge coming on here.
If I
What would you do? Would you watch your back, or would you? I've not heard this song, so if I were you, you left me in the dirt. If I were you, I'd watch my back because I'm going to come back and get you some revenge. Or what else would he be saying? If I were you, I would feel guilty about what I did, or I would apologize.
And now you want to make up.
Now you came back apologizing.
Put aside this little shaker.
Come on, Ian. I know I beat you up. I left you face down in the dirt, but come on, let's bygones be bygones. All right. My backup recording just stopped here, so I hope depending on the roadcaster now to get us through this show.
I don't know what else there is to say.
I don't know what else there is. You came here apologizing, like Butler predicted you would be doing on the last verse. Now, what do you want me to do? Accept your apology?
It all belongs to yesterday.
It's all in the past. All right, I apologize. I accept it.
And betrayal, I'm not the best of friends. Giving back with you is the last thing on my mind.
Now, I ain't accepting your apology. I'm not getting back with you, baby.
Without that feeling, it goes against the grain. It can never be the same again.
You hurt me too deeply. We can't be the same.
If
If I were you, go to some other guy.
one thing or something when my blood runs cool.
I'm gonna let my boy Simon McBride tell you how it is, baby. He's got nice, tasty solos. At least Ian Gill and his lyrics aren't generic. That's for damn sure. There's something I can't say about that black country community.
Love and betrayal are not the best of friends. Giving back with you's the last thing on
Also, Ian Gillan verges on being off key. He just almost goes over the edge to being off key, but he just barely sticks it in there. Barely keeps it. That's what it did. The good things about his vocal style, I think.
Giving back with you's the last thing on my mind. Without that feeling, it goes against the grain. Can never be the same again. If I were you.
All right, I'm gonna give it a half, strong half. It's not the greatest song, but I like the lyrics and I like his voice. But the song, All right, next song, Pictures of You, which is the second single, which was released on June 5th, a little over a month ago. Pictures of You.
nothing too much. Antenna says I may be losing my touch. I'm hanging around a beehive, I'm feeling the buzz. It's hard to explain, let's say it's simply because I like the rough, much more than the smooth pictures of you. They're too.
Yeah, I like the first single a lot better. This one, it's all right.
Trusting my eyes.
I'm going a half on this one.
These cameras never lie. Giving up a day job, working at night. Yeah,
Let's get it to the solo here. Let's see.
looking so fine in the cool. I'm using my eyes again. These cameras never lie. You got it, you're down and dirty.
Visa, the bridge.
You're made for pleasure.
Come on, Simon.
The frame is frozen. You watch the birdie. You're made to measure. Look at you now. Stand out in a crowd. The real you showing up on your face. Your hair is blowing all over the place.
Well, Simon also played in Ian Gillan's solo band, and he also played on an Ian Pace record, too.
Pictures of you.
All right, kill it. That's not that great. It's a half. Was that, wait a minute, where am I? Okay, half. Okay, I already put a half, all right. Next song, I'm Saying Nothing.
I'm saying nothing. I'm walking small. You get the picture. Those shifting eyes would tell it all. I've been too easy for too many years. Ain't been so dumb since I was wet behind the ears. So now my lips are sealed. I could never reveal just where I buried the gold.
So far, this song blows.
Never grew old. I'm saying nothing. I'm keeping stone. I know what's going on behind a closed door.
If they play this one live, that bathroom line's going to be long.
Nothing at all. Y'all hear the rumors with your ears to the whispering wall. So now my lips are sealed. And I could never reveal what lies deep in my cave. The secret.
Maybe the bridge will redeem itself.
The path of crime
No, didn't.
is a one thought.
All right, that song's horrible. Move on. Lazy Sod, the latest single, which everybody on the people, I don't know about everybody, but a lot of people on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, which I did not create, but I do approve people. You just got to answer 2 questions, so that I know you're going to come in and post pictures of big white things on your right ear. All right. Lazy Sod. Most people liked it on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group. Just got to answer 2 or 3 questions. Lazy Sod. I don't know if I've heard this one. Oh, classic Deep Purple. A little like Tush. I love you, baby, like a dog needs a bone. I look you, baby, like a man needs a home. Don't yank me, crank me. Don't wake up and thank me, Ted.
You know the world's on fire. I can't
You
get
can
my
yank me,
ass out of
and you
bed.
can crank me,
The world is on fire.
crank me.
There's smoke all around my head. was I thinking about? When I crashed last night, the oceans are rising, and I can't do a thing about that.
Don't you think, man?
So it's hardly surprising I built a rock for me and my sleek black cat man. What was I thinking about when I crashed last night? Oh yeah, turn off the gas, don't forget to switch off the lights. That's alright, 'cause I'm lazy, son, and I'm hot. Oh yeah. Don't mind me, 'cause I'm a lazy son. You can like it or not. Yeah, I'm guessing not.
Go, Don, go!
What was I thinking about when I crashed last night?
All right, keyboard solo. I'll give it a plus one.
Turn off the gas.
Richard Fusey, the sheriff, about this song. Pretty good stuff. I think this album will be in my top 10 for 2024.
So hot, yeah. Don't mind me, 'cause I'm a lazy son, whether you like it or not. I'm guessing now, baby. Oh, no. So fucking hot. All right.
Mark Bridges definitely has a great vibe to it. Can't wait for the album. Pochik Wojcik. Okay, let me stop it here. Little reviews from some people. I was afraid that without Steve, this is from Pietrek Wojciechowski. I know, I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name, P. I was afraid without Steve, they'd sound very loose. But wait a minute. I was afraid that without Steve, their sound will lose its vibe and magic. But Simon did a great job. We can be sure of that by now. Tim Shaw, another great one, shaping up to be a fine album. 3+1 so far for me. Mike Cranston, big +1. My favorite so far, he has a great old school Purple vibe. Haven't skipped a beat with Simon on board. Okay, there you go. Everybody likes this song, and I'm going to agree. I'll give this one a +1. Next song, Now You're Talking. I like this so far.
We stepping up with the still making out understand. There's a whole lot of bodies, kind of hard to tell. Could be a man.
This is the kind of Deep Purple I like.
And I don't know who's doing what to whom. Surely they're doing it well. Whatever does you good, lifts your skirt, gets you down, unbuttons your shirt, wakes you up, turns your head, hits the spot. That guy from the dealership, you can't be still.
Good verse.
Up and down all the time. Love is in the kitchen, full of virtue and compassion. You hear that righteous wine. A bunch of picky midgets swiveling on the digits and dumber than everything.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to back that up. I like, listen to this voice here.
A bunch of picky midgets swiveling on the digits
Goes off.
and dumber than
That's badass. I love that.
Lift your skirt, get you done, unbuttons your shirt, wakes you up, turns your head, hits the spotlight. Now you're talking.
Now you're talking. Reminds me a little about Sweet Lucy was a dancer. To get into her pants, she had to think about. A little Highway Star solo sound. All right, this song's a big +1 for me. The dueling solos between keyboards and guitar. Back to Ian. Come on, Ian.
Ringtone Joe gazing in the bowls, deep eye fishing for his phone.
Yeah.
Lays from against your head up to the hilt, but it's far too soon to go home. The neighbors are screaming, banging on the wall. Our music is not to the taste. This feeling badly if it ends at all, man. The place is getting late for waste. Whatever does you good, lifts your skirt, gets you done, unbuttons your shirt, wakes you up, turns your head, hits the spot. Wow, now you're talking.
Fade out. Long jam in the live. This will be a long jam session live. That was good. That was a big +1 for me. Best song in the album so far. All right, next song, No Money to Burn.
I hear a blackbird sing. I feel a scorpion sting. Whatever gets to me first is what it is, man. It could be worse. Dig up a treasure chest.
Blues as translated by Deep Purple.
Whatever gets to me first. Well, that's all right. I've had worse. I got no money. I got no cash. I got no moolah. I got no stash. Lost my deposit. I never learned. I got no money to burn. I live my life on the run.
So far it's okay. It doesn't blow me away, but we'll get it to the solo.
Burning.
Back up a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to give that one a strong half. All right, next song, I'll Catch You. Let's see. Another ballad.
Expected when I have to talk this way. When I have to speak in tongues, I want to say what can be said. I have to keep a straight face when I'm breaking up inside. If you know who knew what I thought, then we'd both be crucified. I dream about you every night, but you're just beyond my reach. For now, you'll never know my touch, and we shall never meet. Mother Nature's keeping the socks on.
I'm not a huge fan of the Deep Purple ballads. I've only heard two in my life, and I think they're both on this album. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are there any other Deep Purple ballads? Rock and Roll Geek at gmail.com. I'm sure there are.
My bags are always ready. My keys are in the car. Anytime you want to jump, I'll catch you.
It's a nice song, but I don't really need another ballad. I'm going to give it a half. Good solo by Simon McBride.
Yes, I'll catch you in my arms. I'll catch you.
All right, kill it. Okay, last song. Bleeding Obvious. It's bleeding obvious, bloke. It's bleeding obvious. Ah, okay. Little Iron Maiden sound. Five minutes and 51 seconds. I like it so far.
It started off so easy, and now it's clear as
Easy.
Your life is complicated. I'd help you if I could. Time is slipping by, you know, and things are moving fast. You got a long way to head, my friend, if you said the best for last. It's bleeding obvious. What a thing to say. Don't mind the rest of us. Have it your own way. You raise your voice to make your point, and I'm trying to get some sleep. I said, man, it's all right by me, but you're getting in way too.
All right, I'm going to give this one a +1. I like his vocals. It's not the great. It's a soft +1. Decent. I'm going to end on a high note. Let's count it up.
It's all so obvious.
By the way, I apologize to everybody who gave their scores on the Black Country Communion. I just had to call an audible on myself. I wasn't feeling it. And I apologize for not giving you a heads up so we can compare scores. I'll do that on the next one, I promise. Give me some suggestions on the next album to do a track by track. All right, tallying it up here. Half, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8 out of 13. Recount that while the solo's playing. 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 13. Do you agree with me? Well, first of all, I hope you enjoyed this track by track of the new Deep Purple album, Equals One. Send me an email, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com if you agree with me. In the subject line, Butler. I don't care about your Tourette's. I love you anyway. Put that in the subject line, okay. If you disagree with me and think this album is fantastic or it sucks, I'm giving it an 8 out of 13, which would be a what? Out of 100, that'd probably be a C. C plus maybe? If you disagree with me, put in the subject line, Butler. I don't know what you're doing on a saddle hunting, but it's clearly fucked your brain up. Unsubscribed. Put that in the subject line. That's the lamest one I've ever made. All right, friends. Thank you for listening. This bonus episode. The album is called Equals One. I'll put links where you can pick this album up. It's a world premiere. No one else has heard this whole thing, I don't think. Maybe the Deep Purple boys will Google it, discover the Rock and Roll Geek Show, and want to come on and clear the air with Mr. Michael Butler. Maybe. We'll see. rockandrollgeek.com is where you can find this show. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com is where you can email me. R&R Geek on the Facebook, Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group as well. Find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. Find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek. Don't ask. It's a value for value, so please, friends, if you get any value out of this, please contribute what you can because I'm unemployed/retired. I'll talk to you hopefully Monday. We'll see. If I have some content, I'll talk to you as soon as I have content. But let the Purple Boys take it out. Thank you for listening, friends.
If what you're trying,
I love you, brother.
The same as all the rest of us,
And sister.
another
It's a Rock and Roll Geek train wreck.